Well, g'day, viewers. Sort of must be time to put out another bed. And, yeah, just a little bit of update on what's happening around the place. And as you can see, I've got the bug trailer back in here. I've started wet rubbing it with 240, and yeah, it's not really cutting it quick enough, or as quick as I'd like. So I'm going to go back up the shop shortly and hardware. Should have thought of it yesterday. I was in town yesterday. Could have got paper from the paint shop. I was actually in the paint shop. I went and got more bug, didn't think about the paper. But anyway, yeah, that's the issue with the hardware paper, is it wears out pretty quick. And yeah, sort of a whole new process now. I've got a rubber block here, sort of fairly firm. Wouldn't say soft, but yeah, not hard either. And so that's what I'm using. I've been using here on this curve and trying to rub it sort of crossways, like if you just go up and down, you're going to get ridges in it. So you've got to go up and down it, but long lengthways at the same time. But yeah, I started with these creases and just sort of going straight along till I got the line, and then going along the line and pulling out from it on both sides. And of course, this crease line fades out as it comes up. So yeah, when I got up to about here, then I went to the bigger one. This is one I've mentioned before. This is a plasterboard sander. Takes a half sheet of paper, and yeah, that's my go-to. Has been for years, just because it's big. It's got a little bit of rubber on it, so it does sort of follow a contour reasonably well. And yeah, and sort of on this edge, holding it long ways going up, but then when I get up here, I sort of turned it more this way because I know there was a ridge in the middle, and I was hoping I'd have got it out, but there isn't. I haven't. That's a low. I can still feel it. That's the advantage. Once you get it smooth, you can then feel the shape of it a whole lot better. And plus the guide coat. So the guide coat shows you. But yeah, that whole area, I'm going to have to put more putty in that. Down here, that's fairly deep. To putty that. If I try and rub that out, I'll end up with a low in there. These bits, a couple little bits. Yeah, that's sort of a low there too. Yeah, I think I'll put more putty in it. I could probably get away with just putting a few heavy coats of primer, because it's not much. It's probably about a mil difference. I can rub some more of that off actually. So still, I haven't hit metal or anything here, so I can keep going. I can keep taking the top off it, which will lessen the low process. But yeah, go and get some 180. 240 is too slow. And yeah, I am going to primer it again anyway, so yeah, 180 will be fine. I got down here. See, I've hit metal again here. This is a problem, and this is the frame goes right there, and that's welded to the frame there, so I can't tap that in any further. But you can sort of feel it as a high. So it's very, very slight. I could probably take that out with primer. I'm still thinking about that. Same down here. bit metal there, so I can't rub these bits out. And yeah, that's fairly deep. That's about 1 mil at least. So I'll put a bit more putty over that. Down here, there's sort of a slight layer there. I could probably rub that out a bit more actually. Yeah, I think I'll rub a bit more of that off. But that I can fill primer. This is a high. This metal where I've hit metal and it's sticking up. So I'm going to tap that down, put a little more putty over it. Same down here, hit metal here, and I'm hitting metal here. So that's another low spot, and I can feel it. So here, I'll putty up that area again. That bit's fine. That bit's fine. Very slight layer there, but yeah, primer will fill that. I can sand a little more off that just along there, I think. And, down here, this is where I actually ran out of putty. So I knew there was going to be more putty in that. And yeah. And, yeah, fair bit of evaluation when you get to this point. Yeah, you can evaluate where to keep rubbing, yeah, when to stop and fill it out. You know, like as I said, I could rub these out, but it'd just increase the low. So yeah, as I said, you got to know when to stop rubbing, when to put more filler. Yeah, what needs putty filling and what can be filled with primer. So yeah, but we're getting back onto it. I'll get it done. I'll get a list done, and I'll get the guards done. It's just the guards are hanging up here. After I welded the tail lights up, you know, they're all covered with splatter because I got that friggin' flux core wire, and yeah, just cleaning it off with the grinder, and because they got to be all puttied again. But it's trying to hold it, yeah, on top of a milk crate with a hoggy strap, and it's still falling all over the place. It's just, yeah, too difficult. So yeah, I'll get all these done on bottom back on, finish shaping them. Yeah, as for the floor, we're getting up to painting stage soon, so yeah, not worried about that at all. I'll hose all that out. And what I didn't mention too, this is 2-pack primer. That's why I'm wet rubbing it. It's a bit risky because it will soak into the bog. It could cause rust. It could cause it to rust underneath it, but yeah, hopefully it's not wet long enough to do that. I'm drying it off as I go, and yeah, so hopefully it's not going to be wet long enough to cause rust. And yeah, because it's winter time now, or coming on winter, so I'll have the fire going in a few hours time, and that'll help to dry it out more as I'm going, because yeah, I'll be lucky if I finish rubbing this by midnight. Yeah. As for the boat, as I said, I've pushed the boat aside because that's on hold now for a few days. I've double coated all under here now. There's probably going to be a couple of bits that are still going to show. There's going to be a couple of bits where the old paint's lifted up, or there's a bit of dirt that I might have missed, or there'll be a few bits and pieces, so there will be, yeah, a very light rub on the floor, just in a few spots. Not going to bother with it too much. That will have to have a second coat, like that side from the keel over. You can see whether you can. Mightn't be enough light. But you can see, yeah, it's, yeah. Actually, that is the second coat. Yeah, it is the second coat, that's right. This is out of third. Yeah. Not a full third coat, I'm just, yeah, the third coat was just over the bits that had still absorbed in the wood and were dull. So, yeah, I'll have to do that on the other side too, put a third lot over parts that are still soaked into the wood. The seats have now had 2 full coats. They'll be getting sanded smooth. Same with all the gunnels. Yeah, they'll be sanded smooth now because it's rough as, you know, like I said, I sanded that down with a 40 grit. I'll put 2 coats of lacquer over the top, so I'll now go over that with a 180. I've done it up here a little bit. Hopefully the camera's going to pick it up. But yeah, just to test it, see how it was going to go. So yeah, I've sanded that down with the 180 over the top of 2 coats of lacquer and put a third coat over that. And yeah, that's pretty decent now. I think I'll put a 4th coat over it as well. So, well, we'll see how we go. See how we go after I sand this. I'll sand this, put a 3rd coat on that, and I'll have the seats. And if it's not smooth and glossy, then I'll go a 4th coat. Sort of a little bit disappointing, the underside or the inside of the boat. I would really like it to look better than this, but yeah. And I mentioned this in the last video. You know, it's impossible to get the stain out, or I don't know any way of getting the stain out. Or you could probably bleach it or something, but anyway, a bit late for that now. It's already got lacquer on it, but yeah, bleach wouldn't do the timber any good anyway. And I doubted it'd take it all out anyway. So yeah, as I said before, this is not a restoration, this is a preservation. We can't, a restoration is taking it back to its original, how it would look original, and that's just never going to happen. So yeah, it's preservation, it's preserving it in the condition it's in so it doesn't get any worse. And trying to make it look semi-decent at the same time. But yeah, so that's on hold for at least a day now. Probably 3 days actually, because I got a car to work on tomorrow. So yeah, that'll probably take me 2 days. So, anyway, leave it at that. Still haven't gone any further with that. The engine covers, there's no engine in there now, it's a trailer, but yeah. So the boot lid's basically finished, other than some primer. And yeah, the bonnet's got to have the rust scrubbed off it and puttied. So I haven't done anything to that for weeks now. And yeah. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you again. Bye.